Hi, this is Ben from grassroots.org. Last week I recorded 3 interviews with grassroots.org members, 2 of which were unable to capture my audio, so I'm doing a brief introduction to those 2 videos. In the first of the 2, I speak with Robert Lee from Rescuing Leftover Cuisine. His organization is competing in the Global Giving Open Challenge, which is a 1-month sprint to raise $5,000 from at least 40 unique donors. The Open Challenge is wrapping up and will be over by midnight tonight, so if you're interested in donating, you must act quickly. I'll leave a link to his Open Challenge campaign in the annotation in the video and in the description below. Before we go into the video, I'm going to leave you with what struck me as my audio was unable to record, and that was the efficiency in which his organization transports foods from various food partners to local food banks in the greater New York City. Enjoy the interview.
We so far raised about $2,000. And our goal is to hit 5,000. So we're about almost halfway there. So far so good. So sure. We were actually involved in a university club that brought leftover dining hall foods to homeless shelters and food pantries, and then. Basically, throughout those 4 years, we worked on it a lot, and during our last year of university, we took that idea and expanded on it, making it better for more for-profit entities to be involved, basically making it more incentivized for them to actually engage in a program like this, and then making it more efficient, putting some structure around it, and then we took those ideas to a venture competition. We actually won some seed money, which is why we started it. And then we pretty much started it right after graduating. That was when it was incorporated. And then, unfortunately, we both had other commitments. I was working at JP Morgan, and then I worked there for about a year and quit my job about 6 months ago to do this full time. We walk it. So everyone, So all of our volunteers and myself included, we take the bags, boxes, and tins of food that's already packaged by the restaurant, and we bring it over to the homeless shelters on foot. Actually, this is a question because some of the funding that we get from Global Giving will be used to get carts for our volunteers, so that it basically would help our volunteers become more efficient, because then they don't have to carry it. They don't have to rely on the number of people that are coming today to help out. Instead, we can have half the people have a cart, fill it up, and just wheel it through the streets a lot easier and more efficient. And then the rest of the other half can go on to work on new partners and have more impact. Sure. So we have about 50 lead rescuers right now. Lead rescuers being group leaders. They're very dedicated, very loyal group of people who basically make sure that everyone else who's volunteering is comfortable, make sure that they know what they're doing. And then we have about 100 new volunteers every month, primarily through volunteermatch.org. And since we're a very new concept, a lot of new people are coming in. They find it very easy to volunteer with us, and people should consider volunteering as well. In terms of restaurants, we have about 30 partners. So we have more than 30 partners now, but some of those include Cass's Deli, several Starbucks, and even names like Panera Bread. So we have quite a lot of people, and we have about 7 to 8 delivery volunteer events happening every single day, and people can volunteer just going through our website at rescuingleftcuisine.org and looking at the volunteer opportunities there. So we just have a calendar. Sure. Well, I'll start with us first. We have a cost per pound of just 10 cents per pound. So that means that for every dollar you donate, we can rescue 10 pounds of food. So $10 means 100 pounds of food can be rescued. and that could feed more than 50 people. So we like to say that you can donate the cost of your lunch to help feed more than 50 hungry people. But anyways, for our cost per pound, we want to, for the long term, keep it well below 15 cents per pound. And the industry average, it's not a concrete number. Some food recipes don't, publish it and stuff. But we're based in New York City, and we kind of like to benchmark ourselves with City Harvest, which is definitely an organization that we look up to. And they have a cost per pound of 24 cents per pound. That's found on their websites. And so, we just want to make sure that we also, when we're in this early stage, we're not surpassing that point, because as we get bigger, we're only going to get less and less efficient. So, yeah. So right now, it's really the time where your donation really makes the most impact. So we have a lot of cool stuff happening. We have a few volunteers around the nation starting to, start chapters of RLC. That include Washington, D.C., Austin, upstate New York, Jersey City, and other places. So that's just our geographical growth of our current model, with a little bit of changes, but mostly keeping it the same. In terms of innovation and stuff, we're developing a smartphone application, and that'll help people volunteer on the go, really. So that they can literally just look at our smartphone app and see what opportunities are available in their area, and they can just sign up whenever they want. And we're having a soft launch of that in February with our volunteers, and hopefully we can be market ready by the end of 2015. So yeah, there's a whole bunch of other stuff that we want to do, but yeah. So everyone has to sign up through our volunteer calendar, which is on our website. And basically everyone has an account, and they can sign up for whatever days and slots they want. We have our lead rescuers who have a weekly schedule, so that we ensure that all the events are happening, and all the volunteers know what they're doing. So that way we can funnel all of the traffic into our website, and then we know exactly who's doing what delivery. That way we don't have to manually send reminder emails and stuff like that, because everything is done automatically. Awesome. Yeah. So actually, on our campaign, we had $10,000 used originally. When we were getting on the platform, we wanted to raise $10,000. So the goal of giving funds directly fund our cause, and basically improves our efficiency and grows our impact. And the reason why is because corporate donations cover all of our administrative and wage expenses. So any amount we raise from the public goes directly into rescuing food for Hungary. And so the $10,000 that we wanted in the beginning, now we're just looking to raise $5,000, because we actually got several commitments from corporate donors, foundations, and individuals. So we're trying to basically reach the public to raise $5,000 to get onto this platform. And the funds will be used for the carts that I mentioned earlier, which will basically double our capacity and make it more efficient. And they're also going to be branded carts, so that'll help us market and make sure that people know what we're doing when we're on the streets. And then in terms of growth, we'll be using these funds to really grow our impact in the geographical areas I mentioned previously, because they also need carts and maybe even cars and stuff like that. So